Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Make unnecessary an expenditure or effort. This will save money. Accumulate money for future use. He saves half his salary. Refrain from harming. Record data on a computer. Save from sins. Retain rights to. Save from ruin, destruction, or harm. To keep up and reserve for personal or special use. She saved the old family photographs in a drawer. Spend sparingly, avoid the waste of. This move will save money. Bring into safety. Spend less. Buy at a reduced price. Sports, the act of preventing the opposition from scoring. The goalie made a brilliant save. Make unnecessary an expenditure or effort. Accumulate money for future use. Accumulate money for future use. Not taken up by scheduled activities. Spare time on my hands. Thin and fit. The spare figure of a marathon runner. Refrain from harming. Lacking embellishment or ornamentation. An extra car wheel and tire for a four-wheel vehicle. Give up what is not strictly needed. He asked if they could spare one of their horses to speed his journey. More than is needed, desired, or required. Sleeping in the spare room. An extra component of a machine or other apparatus. Lacking in magnitude or quantity. A spare diet. A score in 10 pins, knocking down all 10 after rolling 2 balls. Kept in reserve especially for emergency use. A spare tire. Save or relieve from an experience or action. I'll spare you from having to apologize formally. Use frugally or carefully. Communicate, with, in writing. Produce a literary work. Write or name the letters that comprise the conventionally accepted form of a word or part of a word. Write music. Record data on a computer. Communicate or express by writing. Create code. Write a computer program. She writes code faster than anybody else. Mark or trace on a surface. Free from harm or evil. To surrender someone or something to another. The guard delivered the criminal to the police. Hand over to the authorities of another country. Throw or hurl from the mound to the batter, as in baseball. The pitcher delivered the ball. Pass down. Deliver a judgment. Deliver, a speech, oration, or idea. Carry out or perform. Deliver an attack. Relinquish possession or control over. Cause to be born. Save from sins. Bring to a destination, make a delivery. Our local supermarket delivers. Utter, an exclamation, noise, etc. The students delivered a cry of joy. Exchange or buy back for money, under threat. Pay off, loans or promissory notes. Save from sins. Convert into cash. Of commercial papers. Restore the honor or worth of. To turn in, vouchers or coupons, and receive something in exchange. Retain rights to. The main tower within the walls of a medieval castle or fortress. Maintain by writing regular records. Keep a diary. Conform one's action or practice to. Keep appointments. Continue a certain state, condition, or activity. Maintain in safety from injury, harm, or danger. May God keep you. The financial means whereby one lives. Each child was expected to pay for their keep. Behave as expected during of holidays or rites. Prevent the action or expression of. Keep your cool. Stop someone or something from doing something or being in a certain state. Retain possession of. Can I keep my old stuffed animals? Supply with necessities and support. There's little to earn and many to keep. Stick to correctly or closely. Keep count. Retain rights to. Keep my job for me while I give birth. Fail to spoil or rot. These potatoes keep for a long time. A cell in a jail or prison. Prevent food from rotting. Keep potatoes fresh. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity. E.g., keep clean. The students keep me on my toes. Maintain for use and service. I keep a car in the countryside. Allow to remain in a place or position or maintain a property or feature. The family's fortune waned and they could not keep their household staff. Have as a supply. I always keep batteries in the freezer. Hold and prevent from leaving. Look after. Be the keeper of. Have charge of. He keeps the shop when I am gone. Raise. She keeps a few chickens in the yard. Store or keep customarily. Where do you keep your gardening tools? Supply with room and board. He is keeping 3 women in the guest cottage. Retain rights to. Keep open the possibility of a merger. Provide relief for. Free someone temporarily from his or her obligations. Lessen the intensity of or calm. Relieve oneself of troubling information. Provide physical relief, as from pain. This pill will relieve your headaches. Save from ruin, destruction, or harm. Grant relief or an exemption from a rule or requirement to. Alleviate or remove pressure or stress, or make less oppressive. Relieve the pressure and the stress. Grant exemption or release to. Free from a burden, evil, or distress. Take by stealing. The thief relieved me of $100. Collect discarded material. Save from ruin, destruction, or harm. Property or goods saved from damage or destruction. The act of rescuing a ship or its crew or its cargo from a shipwreck or a fire. The act of saving goods or property that were in danger of damage or destruction. Semi-solid preparation, usually containing a medicine, applied externally as a remedy or for soothing an irritation. Save from ruin, destruction, or harm. Anything that remedies or heals or soothes. He needed a salve for his conscience. Apply a salve to, usually for the purpose of healing. Maintain in safety from injury, harm, or danger. Fruit preserved by cooking with sugar. Keep in safety and protect from harm, decay, loss, or destruction. We preserve these archaeological findings. Keep or maintain in unaltered condition. Cause to remain or last. Preserve the peace in the family. Prevent, food, from rotting. Preserved meats. To keep up and reserve for personal or special use. A domain that seems to be specially reserved for someone. Medicine is no longer a male preserve. A reservation where animals are protected. Keep undisturbed for personal or private use for hunting, shooting, or fishing. Preserve the forest and the lakes. Spend sparingly, avoid the waste of. Use cautiously and frugally. Spend sparingly, avoid the waste of. The less fortunate will have to economize now. Use cautiously and frugally. I try to economize my spare time. Bring into safety. Put in effect. Bring into safety. Continue in existence after an adversity, etc. Bring into safety. Stop someone or something from doing something or being in a certain state. We must prevent the cancer from spreading. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. Act in advance of. Deal with ahead of time. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. Subject to foreclosing procedures. Take away the right of mortgagors to redeem their mortgage. Command against. I forbid you to call me late at night. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. My sense of tact forbids an honest answer. Make impossible, especially beforehand. Keep from happening or arising. Make impossible. Your role in the projects precludes your involvement in the competitive project. Resist doing something. He refrained from hitting him back. Choose not to consume. The part of a song where a soloist is joined by a group of singers. Refrain from doing. Resist doing something. She could not forbear weeping. A person from whom you are descended. Measuring instrument consisting of a narrow strip, cloth or metal, marked in inches or centimeters and used for measuring lengths. The carpenter should have used his tape measure. A recording made on magnetic tape. The several recordings were combined on a master tape. Register electronically. Record on videotape. Memory device consisting of a long thin plastic strip coated with iron oxide, used to record audio or video signals or to store computer information. He took along a dozen tapes to record the interview. A long thin piece of cloth or paper is used for binding or fastening. He used a piece of tape for a belt. Fasten or attach with tape. Tape the shipping label to the box. The finishing line for a foot race. He broke the tape in record time. Register electronically. They recorded her singing. Sound recording consisting of a disc with a continuous groove, used to reproduce music by rotating while a phonograph needle tracks in the groove. Indicate a certain reading, of gauges and instruments. A compilation of the known facts regarding something or someone. Al Smith used to say, "Let's look at the record." Be aware of. The sum of recognized accomplishments. The lawyer has a good record. A list of crimes for which an accused person has been previously convicted. He ruled that the criminal record of the defendant could not be disclosed to the court. Make a record of. Set down in permanent form. A document that can serve as legal evidence of a transaction. They could find no record of the purchase. An extreme attainment. The best, or worst, performance ever attested, as in a sport. He tied the Olympic record. Anything, such as a document or a phonograph record or a photograph, providing permanent evidence of or information about past events. The film provided a valuable record of stage techniques. The number of wins versus losses and ties a team has had. At 9-0, they have the best record in their league. Give or assign a resource to a particular person or cause. Something kept back or saved for future use or a special purpose. A district that is reserved for particular purpose. The trait of being uncommunicative, not volunteering anything more than necessary. Armed forces that are not on active duty but can be called in an emergency. An athlete who plays only when a starter on the team is replaced. Formality and propriety of manner. Arrange for and reserve, something for someone else, in advance. Reserve me a seat on a flight. Hold back or set aside, especially for future use or contingency. Medicine. Potential capacity to respond in order to maintain vital functions. Obtain or arrange, for oneself, in advance. We managed to reserve a table at Maxim's. Be capable of holding or containing. The flask holds 1 gallon. Be pertinent or relevant or applicable. This theory holds for all irrational numbers. Have or possess, either in a concrete or an abstract sense. She holds a master's degree from Harvard. Be the physical support of, carry the weight of. The beam holds up the roof. Resist or confront with resistance. A state of being confined, usually for a short time. The prisoner is on hold. Lessen the intensity of. Temper. Hold in restraint. Hold or keep within limits. Hold your tongue. Drink alcohol without showing ill effects. He can hold his liquor. Cause to stop. Have room for. Hold without crowding. The auditorium can't hold more than 500 people. Time during which some action is awaited. He ordered a hold in the action. Have or hold in one's hands or grip. A crazy idea took hold of him. Organize or be responsible for. Hold a reception. The appendage to an object that is designed to be held in order to use or move it. Be valid, applicable, or true. This theory still holds. Protect against a challenge or attack. Maintain a theory, thoughts, or feelings. To close within bounds, or otherwise limit or deprive of free movement. This holds the local until the express passengers change trains. Keep in mind or convey as a conviction or view. Hold these truths to be self-evident. The space in a ship or aircraft for storing cargo. Have rightfully. Of rights, titles, and offices. Contain or hold. Have within. The canteen holds fresh water. Bind by an obligation. Cause to be indebted. I'll hold you by your promise. A cell in a jail or prison. Be in accord. Be in agreement. I hold with those who say life is sacred. The act of grasping. She kept a firm hold on the railing. Secure and keep for possible future use or application. Cause to continue in a certain state, position, or activity. E.g., keep clean. Hold in place. Support or hold in a certain manner. She holds her head high. Declare to be. Understanding of the nature or meaning or quality or magnitude of something. Arrange for and reserve something for someone else in advance. Please hold a table at Maxim's. Aim, point, or direct. Assert or affirm. Rousseau's philosophy holds that people are inherently good. A stronghold. Cover as for protection against noise or smell. Hold one's nose. Have as a major characteristic. The novel holds many surprises. Hold the attention of. She can hold an audience spellbound. Keep from departing. Keep from exhaling or expelling. Hold your breath. Power by which something or someone is affected or dominated. He has a hold over them. Remain committed to. I hold to these ideas. Remain in a certain state, position, or condition. Stop dealing with. Hold all calls to the president's office while he is in a meeting. Take and maintain control over, often by violent means.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.